All right, so there's actually a new type of event, or like a returning event for JP, but new technically for whenever it comes on global. And I decided why not talk about that while also tying it in to, well, something we're going to be getting right after. And we could kind of see that. So let's look at this and kind of just see what it brings us. So essentially, it's free extra resources for just using AP. And it might not seem like much, but let's just look at what we're getting. So for example, every one of these squares is an extra 180,000. So like 180k, and then another 180, 180, 180, 180. Then this gives skill mats. But here we get some AP, which, bro, you don't understand. You know how much I've been bitching about AP. So for me, that's actually really good. Then we got the skill mats. Now, in total, we're getting a good amount of cubes. Personally, I'm going to choose the beacons because I need a lot of beacon shit. Then after we get some more skill mats, absolutely amazing, right? Now, afterwards, we're going to be getting some recollection bits maps, recollection bit materials. Then we got more of the skill items, which actually I do need. Then it gets to 360k per, right? Getting 150 phantom medals, another ticket, 360k again, another 100 cubes, or uni dupe shard, which I am definitely choosing that uni dupe shard. Like, bro, free uni dupe shard for an event is insane. And then it ends off with that. So that's actually a really interesting event. In total, how many cubes could we get though? I thought it was 1500. I'm not gonna lie, unless this could be completed multiple times. They did say it was 1500, so I mean, I'm not too sure what exactly that's about, but the shard that we're able to get is actually really huge. If you really do think about it, like, that shit is huge. So we're just gonna use some, and basically from what I understand, it's 1-for-1, right? Definitely gonna use this for sure. I have to get a bunch of beacons anyway, because I need so many units to level up, and I always get the first 6 refreshes per day. It's just how it is on JP. Really not much about it. Like, what else am I supposed to do, right? What else am I supposed to do? I need to kind of catch up, and that's basically all there is to do. So we get the first 6 refreshes. Well, I already got 3 before, and we're just gonna put this shit into the beacons. So that should give us, to my understanding, 700 of these materials, right? Let's see. Should it be 700? Yeah, so it's 700 and 1.6 there. That's pretty good. I would like to imagine we could get, or we could like redo this a couple of times, but I could be wrong. It's just they said it was 1500 cubes total, and it does not seem to be 1500 cubes. So I'm not exactly sure what exactly that's about. But if we go on top, right, so this is 180 per, 180k per, which, I mean, shit, this is just extra rewards. Like, if we think about it, it costed me 700 to get 1.8, and I'm literally getting like almost maybe half of that for less than half of the AP it costed, right? So it's like, it's almost like a double event in a way for some parts with some other rewards, which I'm more than fine with. Like, literally, how much was that? That was like an extra 700k AP, or 700k beacons, a bit more even. What, 360, 720? What, then 880? Like, that's pretty good. I just feel like some of these are kind of expensive though. Like 200 for 50 of those is a bit much in my opinion, but I digress. Oh, we could actually get all the routes. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay. So this actually has a lot of shit then. Like, a lot of shit. Look at all this JP. Like, look at this shit. I get all this. I'm probably just gonna continue forward. But I can only get this one anyway, so we're just gonna get this, and I'm gonna work a bit backwards now. But yeah, no, getting all these materials is gonna be a pretty good event, right? It's gonna be a pretty good event. But what else I do want to look at is some of the dates. So we see here this ends the 20th, and what does the 20th have to do with anything? Well, the Sukuna banner also ends around that time, unless I'm mistaken. When does it end? It ends the 20th too. So I would like to say the 20th is when we're going to be getting the Shibuya arc starting. All right, that's when it should be starting. And I would like to see, let's see, when does the battle pass end? The battle pass ends the 31st. So that's going to be a bit misaligned, but that's okay. That's all right. So if we like really think about it, having everything on the 20th basically means that's when we're going to get a bunch of new stuff. What could we expect? Well, first of all, Shibuya unit, we already know about that. I don't really need to talk about that, but I do want to talk about what we're going to be getting regarding the new content. So I haven't talked about this much on camera, all things considered. All right. This is just because, like, I mean, I've talked about it a bit, but people don't really like actually realize I talk about it. But here we go. So these two things are essentially tied together, right? And it seems like we're going to be needing a lot of JP, so I should probably start farming the JP. But essentially, in January 2025, it says around 2025 January, but it should be in Jan, in my opinion. We're going to be getting this, right? It's basically like a potential system, but it does seem to be without dupes, right? We could go for the translate on this. Why not? Not going to hurt us. And here we go. So if we just check it out, right, we could see here. Oh, did it not translate? All right, detect language to English. Come on, man. Come on, what the fuck was that? So we see here that basically it shows different, that's floor essentially. And there's different things we could see. So first of all, there's different stats. I'm going to guess this is Jujutsu, maybe cursed energy. We might be getting higher cursed energy from now on. That's a possibility. And it seems like the skill levels might increase even further. So just imagining that, like imagine our skill levels getting higher alongside damage increases. This is a full-on damage increase buff. So when you consider all of this, guys, tower is going to be literally like actually baby shit now. If we just imagine like maybe even a 20 to 30% damage increase, bro, 20-30% damage increase when you're already doing like 4 or 5 million is like you're starting to get close to one-tapping these bosses, right? So it's going to be really, really insane once we start getting these up. But the thing is, it's going to take a while is my guess. Now, this is what it seems to be. Considering this is coming out at the same time, this is probably where we're going to be farming alongside this, right? I think this is very important to talk about because people are like going to be like, oh my God, but like power creep, I don't think people realize how massive it is. Because when you think about it, not only are the units getting stronger, like massively stronger, and it's like absolutely wiping the floors of tower we already have, but we're about to get a massive power increase where all these units are going to be massively buffed when you start getting them up. So this does seem to be something that it has like a daily amount of like try limits, but it does seem that considering there's going to be cubes shown, the cubes might allow us to get more attempts, which means that, you know, pay to wins are definitely going to have a nice little advantage here. But basically, to my understanding, this is where we're going to be getting the materials to do this. Now this, people are like, oh, but it's going to be hard content. Not necessarily, because would you want to do a new piece of content that's going to be for a full new power system on every single unit that's already going to be hard enough to start up from the beginning? We've never had that before, right? A new set of materials has never really been introduced since launch, and it's like, do you want to have that while having to do it like probably multiple times a day and it being difficult? I don't really think so, right? So this is what we should be getting on the 20th. That's my personal opinion. Sukuna's banner ends, which means we're probably going to get Shibuya on the 20th alongside this, right? So this is going to be pretty interesting to end up seeing. I would definitely say that this is not going to be too hard to like actually beat, but it's going to be a pretty annoying grind because it's for every single unit and there's 3 different floors of this. So it means these units are going to get strong as fuck. Now, it's a possibility that dupes are going to be related to these floors. It's for sure. Like maybe the first floor is only possible for dupe 0 units. The second floor is only possible for dupe 2 units. The third floor is only possible for dupe 5 units. Let me know your thoughts on that part. I just kind of wanted to make a little video talking about what JP just got. Pretty decent thing, while also, right, talking about the new content we should get. And it should all line up with Shibuya Arc. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of mention that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.